And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Hi, everyone. Bonfire, Lost Tapes, Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. Big J. Oakerson, that handsome sumbitch, that curious kitten over there.
Yeah, I gotta be curious. I never know when the show's gonna start. I just know I'm just gonna listen to the song and then just look around and then I hear you talking. I'm like, all right, we're on.
I'm back.
All right,
good.
Here we are. I'm surprised that they went through so many burnt CDs. I didn't think that was still a thing.
Yeah, way to not throw them out, by the way.
Yeah.
Throw the case out. Just leave it sitting here. They don't give a shit about nothing.
This studio real disrespected. Of course, the Lost Tape studio, Ben and Deb.
Hell yeah. In studio with us today, we have a very fun guest. Our good buddy, he's got a special coming out called I'll Say This. It premieres this Friday, November 2nd at 12:30 a.m. Central, or I'm sorry, it's 12:30 a.m. Eastern, 11:30 Central, on Comedy Central. It's our good friend Paul Verzi joining us. Paul, what's up, dude?
What's up, dude?
Verzi.
What's going on?
Very excited
Thanks
for you,
for
man.
having me.
Very excited for you, dude.
Thank you, dude.
Fucking, it's cool seeing you on billboards and shit, dude.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool seeing myself.
Yeah.
You know,
I said I haven't seen Paul in a little while,
Since the stand closed.
but I forgot that I haven't seen him because on the corner of my street.
Yeah. On the phone booth?
Phone booth, yeah. Phone booth poster.
I saw you on a phone booth. I took a picture like a proud parent on my phone.
You know what's funny is I took a picture of it, like, you know, you put it on social media because, you know, you're proud, my wife and kids.
Yeah.
And then, like, there's always the asshole going,
of course.
Do phones still exist? It's like, you fucking dick.
Well, you gotta understand that all those people, I think we're getting to a weird time right now in social media where we're all starting to wake up to why those people are that way.
Right.
Because, like, I think when Twitter first came out and someone was like, you fucking suck, you're like, why do I suck? And it hurt. And now you're like, oh, that dude's just at his shitty job in his life that he hates.
Yeah. I've learned.
And he's trying to be funny by being an asshole, dude.
I'm living a muteful life.
Yeah.
I like muting them up.
No,
dude,
dude, that's
on
the
Twitter?
way to do it.
Yeah, you mute them and then it's just, or you just don't even go, I don't go on it anymore.
I just got that Sicilian, like, disrespect thing where, like, I want to punish them if I can, but I can't.
Can't. They will win.
You know what I mean?
Fantasize.
You acknowledging it
actively
wins.
fantasize and have in the past about finding trolls and confronting them. Like train rides all the way into the city, like what I would say.
Somebody did there was like a show that was supposed to be there with Tom Arnold. He was going to do a show that did that.
Patton Oswalt did
it fell apart.
Patton Oswalt did a Funny or Die sketch where he's like all these fucking losers online criticizing me, and then all the people that were trolling him were very successful people and like good people. There was like a priest. He's like, yeah, I just don't like your comedy.
I went at one guy. He goes, he said something. You know, he just said something, and I go, his name was like Joey something, and I go, hey Joey, I love haters. Thanks, man. I just like said like that, and he just goes, no, dude, I was just messing around. I think you're hilarious. And I was like, you know.
Whenever someone's heckled me online with a picture of a dog in their profile, immediately I'm like, I hope your dog gets hip dysplasia. And they're always like, hey, what?
Not even dead.
Just so
I'm
real.
living uncomfortably.
You just watch your dog go to the water bowl in a real uncomfortable way.
Very inconvenient to you.
So specific of what you want to happen.
But I just remember that guy. It was on when I first started doing You Know What, Dude. And when I first started doing Bobby Kelly's podcast, and that guy said that, and I was like, I hope your dog gets hip dysplasia. And the dude was like, hey, man, that's mean.
Bobby snapped on somebody. He goes, look, dude, I don't need your jokes. And he just fucking went. He's like, you stupid. I'm going to fucking take you off. You're so stupid. And he's like, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of you people. And it's like, you can't do, you know.
You can't do it, man. It's everything you wanted.
But then you yell.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, the best thing is apathy. Getting off Twitter has been, to me, the most rewarding thing where I'm like, oh yeah, I don't give a shit. I had a long talk with Nate on Sunday.
I believe you because you sell it so hard.
I go, guys, I'm definitely off Twitter.
I don't care.
Look, I have a different handle.
I don't even care about, you're making a fake profile to do the thing.
Danny Sodes with 3Z.
I had a guy, but it's weird when you look at them. I had a guy on Facebook yesterday. I was looking at it.
Well, your special's out, so now you're seeing it.
But it wasn't even, nothing to do with my special. This guy just goes, you really are some friend of Kurt Metzger. Or what kind of friend are you to Kurt Metzger? # you cunt.
Wow.
And then I just click on the guy's profile, and it's like him and his 2 kids. Like,
11
doing like
followers.
Fun father shit and stuff. And I'm like, Jesus.
I got to watch Ashley finger paint today, and sometimes the universe rewards you. And he's like, hey, Jay, you're a fucking loser.
A cunt.
Die, you fucking loser. I don't know. I think it's just, it's an avenue for people to get pissed.
It'd be fun if you were like, listen, dude, your parents, you didn't get the support you wanted.
Yeah.
And you'll be all right, though. Just find something you love, and you'll be fine.
But you look just as cheesy typing. That's why I used to do the same thing. I try to I'd pick their point apart.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, more times not, they go, oh, dude, I'm a fan. I'm just saying, blah, blah, blah. I'm just doing this thing. And you're like, well, almost like, well, then don't tag me, dude. Like, be critical, like, on your own thing. But you can't, like, really.
Yeah.
Early in this show, we expressed a couple times, like, particular anger online. And then for me at least, my thing was like, well, I don't want to be a hypocrite. I said to Nick Cannon, Corey Feldman, like, we are that to them.
Yeah.
We're the thorn in their side and stuff like that. So it's like, what are you going to do, man? Let people talk shit.
Yeah.
It's out there for you to hate and love.
Al Madrigal one time made a fantastic
point. That's a good point, yeah.
Where he said, like, as a sports fan, he's like, we're all like that as sports fans. We're all like, fucking you suck.
You'll say get rid of this bum one week, and the next week you're like, no, he's back.
Why is he still in?
Yeah.
Why is he still in? He clearly can't play anymore, yeah. And that guy's listening.
And Verzi's a Giants fan, and the best example I have of that is 2011, living here and watching all of New York City be like, Eli Manning is a fucking bum. He sucks dick.
Yeah.
I hope he dies under the Triborough Bridge, and then he wins and beats the Patriots, and like, I've been saying it since week 3. Eli is the best. He's better than Peyton. He's more clutch. And it's like, you fucking...
Well, I was telling Christine earlier, they came up with me earlier, and I was talking to Christine with her, and he was talking about Ricky Williams. And I go, I'll never forget, man, one of the most beloved sports figures in Philadelphia history, Donovan McNabb, when he got drafted, number 1,
booed.
They booed him because they all wanted Ricky Williams. Ricky Williams ended up being an NFL bust, ultimately.
Yeah, and remember Ditka gave up everything to get him in New Orleans?
Yep.
People forget that. Yeah, Donovan McNabb from Cuse.
They booed him.
The Knicks booed Porzingis. I mean, the jury's still out on him, but I think,
It's fun sometimes when you get tweets from people who are like, yo, dude, I hated you. And now I can't, like, I've had people tweeting me like, I thought the Bonfire was such horseshit, and now I listen to it every day. And you're like,
you can let the first part out.
Okay.
Just so you like it.
You can just pick up where we left off. I think we could do that.
Do you have the video of it? There it is.
Tagliabue. Oh, I miss you. I miss you, Tags.
The Philadelphia Eagles select Donovan McNabb, quarterback, Syracuse University.
You're the guy.
Come on. And by the way, all the Giants fans are laughing at them for not getting Ricky Williams. They love it.
Was that the number 1 pick overall?
All boos, yeah. I think, go back. What does it say? Maybe not, because maybe that team didn't need a quarterback.
First round.
Select Donovan McNabb, quarterback, Syracuse University.
It wasn't number 1 overall, was it? Was it number 1?
I thought it was.
Oh, yeah?
Might have been number 2. Because Ricky Williams wasn't going anywhere.
Someone was rocking a sick Jason Sehorn jersey. You see that?
Yeah.
White corners. Ah, the unicorns of the
Donovan
NFL.
McNabb is a great player, man. Except the only knock.
Now he's an Arizona drunk.
Yeah.
Puking in the huddle in the Super Bowl is tough.
Dude, loafing it.
Turns out he might have been hammered.
Yeah, he
Oh, really?
No, he wasn't hammered. But now he's like, they said, when I was in Phoenix, not this last weekend even, last time I was there, the radio people were all like, oh yeah, no, he's just notorious.
Get hammered?
Dude goes around town and just gets blitzed, yeah.
I kind of like that. There's something about the fact that I know that Donovan McNabb could hang with the 70s Raiders.
I did
that
my
makes
game.
Me like him.
Now I like a little Courvoisier.
Yeah, you know, like, they used to smoke in the dugout during baseball.
Beers?
Yeah, they're like, am I up? All right, let's go. That'd be awesome. And then just fucking whack it in the third, like.
Oh, dude, they said Mantle would be in the Yankees just slugging back, like buckling his belt, just going and hitting bombs.
That's why I love, isn't it, what does Bert Kreischer say he has?
Mickey Mantle gene.
Mickey Mantle gene, right?
Just get fucked up
Not
and just go do great shit.
Yeah. Bert will get hammered the night before and go do a Spartan race the next day.
Yeah, I can't
and
do that.
stay heavy.
Yeah. It really is. It's like the way it's like when you see like D linemen and you're like, how's that guy big? And you're like, he's way more in shape than you'll ever be.
You remember the naked picture of Vince Wilfork?
Yeah.
On the cover of the body issue?
Yeah, the body issue.
But you see, you're almost like, that's the guy, you're like, well, he's a fat guy. And then you see him with the show, you're like, I don't even know if it's fat. He's just enormous.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
But like you see that, if that guy hit you...
Christine, am I built oddly like Vince Wilfork?
Yeah. Can that be your new name?
I'm looking at him like...
Can we start calling you the White Wilfork?
We both have the same plateau from back to ass.
Oh, dude, I'm the unwanted Manning brother, and you're the White Wilfork.
Crazy calves, sick ass thighs.
I love how they made him shiny.
Yeah.
Gut. Well, that's just what they do when they sweat.
He looks like
that's my uncle, the construction worker, used to say.
He does look slick. He looks like if you try to grab you, like, fuck.
I think I have Vince Wilfork body.
But the fact that guy was fast, is crazy.
Run down quarterbacks.
It's crazy.
Oh man, that's gotta suck to feel that body weight just on you after you're just like,
he must be hanging, he must be swinging a heavy hammer, man. Because,
I'll tell you what it is.
Because you gotta be, because he was nicked for somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody saw his dick. As soon as that second leg drops in this weird plie he's doing.
It's a karaoke.
In that weird movie he's doing there, at some point that leg drops and then fucking dong's gotta hang, and this guy's got a lot of meat around that package.
Yeah, which means he's probably, like, there's women, I always like when you see a guy like that with a tiny woman, and you're just like, what are you into, lady?
Yeah.
Asphyxiation.
What if he had a small dick? Is that a possibility?
Yes.
Possibility.
I think it's a very big possibility.
Yeah. And then you gotta be real nice about it. You gotta let him down real gentle.
You don't tell a guy with CTE.
Yeah. You don't go, I'm a size
You have a little
queen.
dick. He starts, like, his eye starts twitching. It's like
What do you mean? What do you mean? I missed the tackle? She goes, I didn't say that at all. What are you talking about?
Set up the sled. I'm not the sled, Vince. I'm not the sled.
Vince, you're angry. Yeah, he goes,
winning is everything.
He goes,
winning is everything.
Yellow, buzz, right.
Vince, you're scaring me.
Vince, stop it. You're not in the playoffs. Playoffs? Dude, I broke a phone conversation yesterday because ESPN played that clip of that guy going, I'm a man. I'm 40.
Oh my God.
You ask me. And I was like, I was in the middle of a deep conversation and I stopped it to be like, man, that guy's great.
I just wish, Will Ferrell did a spoof on that. Because every time he says, I'm a man, I'm 40, I just picture Will Ferrell nailing that.
Yeah,
right?
that's the, I drive a Dodge Stratus.
Yes.
I drive a Dodge Stratus.
My favorite's still the guy, the girls' basketball coach that comes in and starts the thing by just slamming down the clipboard.
Oh, was that?
Do you know, Christine?
Wait, that wasn't Melissa McCarthy, was it?
No. This is real. It's a guy who he just starts going.
Oh,
he's like, defense.
That's the guy that got fired when it went viral, right?
Oh, really?
No, they spoofed it. He started throwing basketballs at players. Like he's freaked out. He lost control of himself.
No, don't do the one I'm talking about with the slams clipboard.
I feel like
on
if
YouTube.
Comedians had press conferences, I would definitely melt down after like a bad show in St. Louis.
So Dan, that third bit didn't go your way. How did you feel?
Well, the staff is talking loudly. I don't know what you want me to do. Is this a professional place? They're fucking taking drink orders like they're goddamn auctioneers. What do you want me to do?
Can they police the room?
What do you want me to do?
The guy's been drunk since the first comic.
Listen, I do high level shit. Okay, I'm on the road every fucking weekend, and it's just that blows up. I am funny. Just yell that.
Come after me.
I'm a
man. I'm 40.
Yeah, press conference.
Yeah. Yeah, you can just get fired for fucking just losing your shit, and I get that.
Is it that Michigan? It might be that.
Yeah,
that's it. That's how it starts.
That's how I feel.
That's how I feel. Yeah.
That's great.
Let's just let it roll.
That's how I feel.
Wait, go. He whispers something. I think he goes, fucking ain't shit. Hold on. You gotta
probably.
Watch his mouth. Very beginning. Very.
That's how I feel.
Fucking bastard.
Yeah, hold on.
Tired of getting out rebounded. 25 offensive rebounds. First time we block out, we get called for a damn block out. We're pushing people.
This guy's a lunatic.
I love it.
Meanwhile, they're on the other court grabbing rebounds, going over the top and grabbing them. We get one offensive rebound, the other get called for over the back.
Oh, dude, I want to get this guy's tone down so I can do that to Vecchione when I come home. Son of a bitch bastard. Oh, yeah.
That's how I feel. Oh, yeah, Mike comes home late. I'm waiting for you to watch the show.
No, it's me coming home and him and his girlfriend watching TV in the living room. Bastard. I'm going to say I come home and I want to watch TV in the living room. I want to watch wrestling.
This is how I feel.
This is how I feel. This guy's
By the way,
great.
right now I want to tell you that just Roxanne Shante, legendary hip-hop star, is in the other room being as black as humanly possible.
What do you mean?
She's dancing into a selfie. Yes. She's switching angles. She's rapping.
Wait a minute.
Hell yeah.
Is that my angle or no?
No, she's not.
Because I got somebody else doing that too over there.
Oh, really? They're going at it together?
There's people clapping and dancing.
That studio has never been so fun, and we were in there for 4 years.
Dude,
so alive.
That looks like a barbecue.
That
looks like a summer barbecue, dude.
We've had naked strippers giving lap dances, and we've never had that much fun.
Roxanne Shante walked out of the studio the other day, went to Black Lou, and goes, take a plate home for your daddy.
How's your brother Eric?
Your daddy's still single?
Yeah.
Yo, who would be the funniest comedians angry in a press conference after a show?
I would probably Sebastian.
Bobby would be great.
Sebastian Maniscalco would be great.
Florentine would be great.
Yeah, Florentine would be good. I think Todd Barry.
Oh my God!
It's got to be people who get genuinely flustered.
Oh, Bobby would be great.
Michael Richards.
I mean, that's he already did that during the fucking set.
But imagine the press conference.
Gaffigan would lose his mind.
Gaffigan would be great. I think Kevin Brennan would be fun to watch.
Oh my God! After after the room wasn't policed,
like a millennial drunk chatty room.
Yeah, like
Attell would be fantastic.
He's too self-deprecating.
No, I think
he goes, they sucked, but it was I'm old. No one wants to hear me.
He's too nice.
Yeah,
like my fault. It's always be his fault.
Kevin or like Gary Goldman.
Goldman would be great.
If there's like you said, millennial, the room's not policed, checks are being dropped, like everything going wrong.
Gary Goldman spikes the clipboard for sure.
Son of a bitch. He goes, this high-octane, well-written material, these fucking idiots.
They don't get it. They're like 12 years old.
They don't get it. Who else would be great to watch?
By the way, that's how, much like this is a Michigan thing, the press conference should be after a comic has to do a college show. Where it's never great anyway. What happened there? He goes, the black kids hated me right away. The white kids are disinterested. They're all fucking stoned or whatever. They're all smoking the weed or whatever it is they do.
I don't know how they learn anything at this goddamn school and they're all on their phones the whole fucking time. I couldn't even get the room to fucking look at me.
Did you see the thing online of how they pick they did like a documentary on how colleges pick a comic, and they're like, well, what we do is if we see the joke and it's a little edgy, we'll talk to the comic and we'll say, hey, maybe not. But if we think that person just won't get it, we just won't book them. And it was like the most PC shit. You're like,
that's got to really suck for a lot.
That leaves you with Seinfeld.
Yeah. And he doesn't want to do schools.
You can get Nate Bargatze, Seinfeld.
Good luck. That bidding price is driven up.
Yeah, really.
But it's a thing where it's like, man, I feel bad for these college kids not being able to see good shows because they're worried that because 5 of them want to be bloggers when they graduate and write.
Yeah.
Dude, this outrage culture is getting...
Yeah, but is it going to change? Doesn't it have to change? Doesn't it have to go the other way soon?
Yeah, it has to pop. It can't keep going this way.
It can't keep going.
Dude, the protesters
I think it's going to keep going like this because social media, that's the difference between now and every other time that PC has crept up into everything.
You're saying social media makes it last?
Because there's always going to be followers of it and they never have to go away.
Yeah.
They're always going to be there. It's going to be how the masses absorb that shit. How many things have to happen before? It's the same reason now they're calling, what did you say when they called us? They called us Nazis on Legion of Skanks.
Oh, 2 Jews and a Puerto Rican?
They said we were Nazis. Yeah, 2 Jews and a Puerto Rican.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, people were complaining, saying that we're a Nazi podcast. And it's like, Nazis? He goes, I would have done things like, it would make more sense if you want to make an argument that people listen. Because it's definitely not a Nazi podcast. But if you go, well, it's a racist podcast. You go, well, then you have a thing. But you've called everybody racist. So it doesn't have any hit. So if you go, Legion of Skanks is a racist podcast, most people would go, it's like, that's probably just somebody bitching about
last night.
Because it's not real. But they say it's not. But if you go, now that's a word that sparks people. Well, geez, that's a pretty heavy accusation. Now, you know what I mean? It makes people want to like, sight unseen, just go, well, don't get involved in that. It's a Nazi. It's why I got mad when everybody was... I said it made me so annoyed to have to not defend the Proud Boys thing. I'm not defending what the Proud Boys are at all. I just go, why are you giving them so much like oomph in this story? I go, I don't even know what they really are.
Yeah.
Until we got accused of being like in bed with them in some way, and I'm like,
I'll tell you, that was my best blog. I've written a lot of blogs, but that one really got a lot of traction.
Spelled my name wrong once, though.
Yeah, just to throw you off the trail.
Do you think that the outrage, do you think the outrage with Trump is part of it? Like, in other words, if somebody else got elected or if a Democrat got elected, do you think that it would pull back a little bit? Do you think it's like going harder because of him?
No, I think it's monetized now. I think people have found that you can make money off it. So they're like, look, like all these people that suck. Because here's the thing about the entertainment industry. You don't get fired. You don't get told you can't do the job. You just don't get work.
You don't get hired.
You don't get hired.
Right.
So then you just go and you just get mad and upset, and then you find a way of like, well, how can I be relevant in this world if I've never tried, if I've never worked, if I've never failed, if I've never done the hard work involved to get somewhere in this? Well, let me take someone down.
Yeah.
I talked to Michelle last night. Michelle Wolf, because there was protesters at the cellar, because Louis is at the cellar. But now Louis is listing his name, because that was a complaint that women were like, we didn't have a choice to know if he's there. So now he's putting himself on the board. It's like, Louis will be here. and people were protesting. And these women, it's like...
Yesterday?
Yeah, right. And it's funny to talk to someone who's great at comedy like Michelle Wolf, where sex isn't a thing. She's not a woman. She's not a funny woman. She's a great comic.
Funny comic.
Yeah, she busted her ass. But it's
for a girl.
Yeah. But I saw this article on Yahoo News about Louis going back, and one of the protesters was like, that stage time should be for one of Louis's victims, not Louis. And you go, hey, guess what? Hey, guess what, asshole, that you don't know anything about this? That person probably isn't as good at the job as Louis is.
Forget even that, though. Would you, if a person showed up to go, you know what? You're the victim here. You take Louis' stage time. Is that the way you'd want your stage time? Because you felt you were owed because you got jerked off in front of?
In that defense, I think it does work because I thought the Lakers should have picked up that girl from Eagle when Kobe went down. When Kobe raped her in Eagle, Colorado. I thought the Lakers should have signed her to play number 2.
Jen Stankiewicz.
Yeah, she goes, you know her. Yeah.
You know her as overnight.
You know her. Yeah. Now she's your starting point guard for your Los Angeles Lake show.
You know her from giving Domino's menus to you at 2 a.m.
Jen
Stankiewicz.
Yeah. Hilton Honors member.
Here's the thing, though. Let's say,
Wait, don't stop that music. Haley from Colorado State, working the overnight check-in desk from Eagle, Colorado, manager of the Hilton Residence. It's Ashley Shaquille O'Neal's like, oh, wait, hold on. You talking fast to her?
Hang on.
Where the hell's Kobe at?
Get out of the way. I'm in the low post.
Yeah, I don't want to touch her because I don't want her to take the 5 position.
What you said, Paul, before, too, I think with Trump getting out of office, they'll find something else.
Yeah.
Worse than Trump, the people that hate Trump love that he's given them purpose in their life somehow. Do you know what I mean? Like, people like complaining about. They wouldn't be happier if he wasn't in office. Now they go, I have a reason to go march against something. But they give so much. And look, he's the president of the United States, so I'm not saying that should be anything's taken lightly at all.
Right.
But really, the day-to-day lives of most people don't change whoever the fucking president is.
1,000%.
And a lot of people protesting don't change. I can't believe this monster's in the office. It's like, he's probably not much more of a monster than any other president we've ever had. There's been slave owner presidents. There's been woman beater presidents. Philanderers across the board. I was like...
Yeah, and I don't want to hear the womanizing thing and the thing because that's been documented from many
Kennedys were hot. Most people the Kennedys hot, and they walked in and like, I got my cock sucked on the way over here. And they're like, you're the best, John JFK. And he's like...
Mob affiliations.
Yeah.
That's like crazy.
If you took a black light to the presidents, all the presidents, to see all the dirt that they did. Like, dude, Obama was droning motherfuckers. People forget that Barack Obama's like, hey, before I go in the office, real quick, you guys want to light up Syria?
I talked about that in a special where but I said he did it like a president. He would whisper it and then fucking do the right thing. Where Trump is just,
He goes, you guys want to watch me? I'm going to make this layup, and then I'm going to take out 7 kids.
I know. Trump's like, I'm going to bomb these pan faces if they don't fucking...
Dude, he's gone full heel. As a wrestling fan, I'll just tell you what he's doing. He's Ric Flairing everyone. Yeah. And Ric Flair was the best at getting the reaction. Ric Flair goes into a gymnasium in Georgia in 1978, goes, fuck you, I got a big house. And they're like, I'll kill you. And the Dusty Rhodes goes, let me kill him. And they're like,
my shoes cost more than your house.
I got more cars than most of you have friends.
I'm basing this off of information I got that Dave Smith said to me, and I hope I'm not in defense of him. I might be mangling it a bit. But I believe the thing he was saying, again, it's like who they just choose to hate. They hate Trump because he's so like blunt with his thing. Not that his policies are great in any way at all. I'm not defending Trump. I'm just saying I like when it's things about what's going on currently. And when the whole Mexican people getting split up from their kids and everything, it was like Obama deported more people I think any other president.
Yeah, he's the top
They
president.
just showed a press conference of Obama back in the day when he was going like, we can't have people in droves just showing up to the border. We need to stop it. He was saying it. And
also Obama, and this is the one Dave said I thought was very interesting because they keep saying there's Nazis in the White House. The same thing. Not racist. Now we're not. There's Nazis in the White House. And Dave Smith said to me, he goes, Obama signed the order that makes it where you can detain Americans, just detain them. No real thing. You just take, and he goes, that's pretty Nazi-ish, don't you think? And it's like, that's under Obama. But Obama's just, by the way, I agree with the world. I like the warm and fuzzies when Obama comes on and goes, come on, yo, shit's good. And you're like, it is good.
And
then he's like, he like shoots a three-pointer and leaves the hands up there, like, what's up?
What are you guys even mad about?
We going Sizzler.
I told you I was going to be back. Everything's fine. What do you mean, people getting detained? You guys are crazy. You guys want to watch me hit the three-pointer? Hell yeah.
He goes, banks are open.
Yeah, he goes, if you guys want to watch me hit this, as he's shooting it, he goes, by the way, you can illegally arrest people. There it is. From downtown, taking your phone calls, and we're listening.
You know what's funny? Anytime you think about politics and you talk to Dave Smith, he'll just have a point that you never thought of or didn't know, and you're just like, all right, you know what, I'm not going to talk about this shit anymore.
Nate and I had an hour-long conversation on Sunday, and he said two things that made me laugh
I guess.
hard as fuck. He goes, Twitter ain't real. He goes, Twitter's not real life. I don't know why y'all are getting worked up. It's not real. It's just not real. It's a website. And the second thing he says is, he goes, you know how much you have to read to actually know about politics? Nate goes, I barely graduated high school and I'm obsessed with stand-up comedy. He goes, I don't know politics.
Yeah.
And he's right. And we were talking about it, we're laughing. I'm like, dude, I don't read half as much shit to be able to go online and tell people how to think.
But neither does like your average run-of-the-mill, especially like female comedian who's like super angry at politics. Like, you're just echoing the voice of everybody. Like, Trump looks skeezy and he sounds like a dirtbag and he's got the trophy and everything's like that. You should like be like, ugh, this guy.
That's the quote.
I get it. I get it completely. What?
This is the thing I was talking about. Frankly, I was furious. Miss Boonot said in an interview, every female comedian he has harmed deserves a place on its Comedy Cellar stage 100 times before he should be allowed back on the stage.
Well, here's my question about Louis, okay? Listen, I have a daughter. If a guy went in and just started whacking off until he jerked off all over himself, I'd be like, I wouldn't be happy, right?
Yeah.
That's not what happened, though, by the way.
Well, either way, I'm saying if the guy gets punished for doing that, there's no criminal charges, so here's my question. Should he never work? Like, so when's the punishment end? Should he never have so what do these people want?
That's what I'm saying. They're not giving a timeline. They're saying, they say the career should be over. What was the thing we got on... someone showed me a thing on Twitter. I remember what it was.
Even if somebody's punished and they make a mistake, shouldn't they, after that, when there's no criminal charge, shouldn't they have
a privileged white man thing to say?
But how though? I'm really asking.
I'll tell you how people think. Yeah, they think he should never work again. And I'll tell you, there was that thing that happened in L.A. Mm-hmm. I think we touched on it briefly, but two guys did I think Brendan Walsh was one of the guys. But it was they did a show in L.A. where they were bringing everybody up to the stage as characters of shock jocks. Mm-hmm. And when they brought the girl to the stage, they were like, this next girl coming to the stage, like, oh boy, she has great tits, doesn't she? She has fantastic whatever. Some kind of like misogynistic, shitty way to bring her to the stage, which I get her not liking. She was like, I've had people bring me to the stage when like, you getting ready to enjoy this fat fuck right here? And I'd be like, when I get on stage, I'd be like, or when I get off stage, I kind of be like, babe, don't do that, dude. We're not friends like that.
Yeah, right.
There was no joke even in it.
And
they go this big, whatever they were making like crude comments about her in the introduction. I don't know what the introduction was, but it was something about her looks and whatever, and like, look at this whole
ass,
whatever. She comes up, she does a set, and then she put out a thing online saying like, here's my experience, what happened to me, and how much I hated this. And like the first comments was a lady going like, well, give us their name and stuff like that. It goes, their career should be ended and nothing else. And it's like, because they did something you didn't like one time. Now, it wasn't the girls. It was like a fan, but that people who want to jump on that like that. Like, stop it right now, end it in its track. They
like, slit the throat, right away.
So exactly, what's the timeline on Louis?
Yeah.
The next day, really, because he's no criminal charges. And from all descriptions that I understand, he did a very weird thing. He asked... When they said no, they would, I fucked that chick. No, I'm kidding. Oh, that chick's mad now? Does this sign make you uncomfortable, Louis?
The girl with the grimmest face on the left is hilarious.
What does it say when you support Louis C.K.?
That looks like an SNL character.
Yeah. No. I'm surprised he goes out to protest when it's raining dick all day on them.
How'd you guys, it's one of those things where cancel culture is the word that they put to.
Hey, how did girl find time to protest when pageant season's right around the corner?
Yeah. Oh my God, is that Miss Rhode Island?
Daria?
Again, just straight white males taking it to looks.
because you can't hear.
I love how we had it so easy. Like, you know what I mean? Because people talk like that. Like, they don't know how I grew up with my mom and my brother. Like, they think as my head came out of the womb, they just gave me like a sushi roll and wrapped me in a golden blanket and helicoptered me to a mansion. You know how the fuck I grew up?
I was on a podcast where a girl goes, see, white guys can have painful stuff happen to them. And I was like, bitch.
Oh my God.
You would put a fucking gun in your mouth if you had my life. Because I know you. I'm talking about the girl that I know specifically. And the person it's like, you're so privileged. Dude, there's a comic that has a great joke.
The euphoria these chicks
Nathan
would
McIntosh
feel.
has a joke right now where he goes, white women are so privileged that they've just turned it from white privilege to white male privilege. Like, there's white women so privileged they got out of having privilege.
They got their own thing.
Lewis's thing that always makes me laugh is when he's like, white women, you're not a minority. And they just like, you just hear him be like, oh, it's just a dog whistle.
I'm not saying other people didn't have it hard. I'm just saying don't act like you know everybody's experience.
You don't know anyone else's pain.
Exactly right.
You can't talk shit on anyone else's pain. By the way, that's the point.
These girls would feel euphoric for 3 weeks if Louis C.K. came off his perch to show his golden dick to these fucking street monsters.
Well, no, you want to ask one of them, like, what do you really want? Like, what's your end game?
Your real thing?
What's the real thing?
Stop bringing this.
They want to be upset.
Yes.
It gives you a reason to get out of bed and do something.
This
is a second evolution of Occupy Wall Street. You occupied Wall Street. Now what do you want out of it?
Because was it about
finance reform?
Because 5 people wanted that. Yes, 5 people there wanted that, and everybody else was like, "I'm going to go fuck hippies in a tent," and that's what happened. So it ended up becoming a fuck fest in the park.
So is the end game for these people with Louis that he made his millions? And I'm asking, so is the end game for these people that Louis made his millions, he did it, and that he just needs to go off and just live on that and never be seen again?
No, they wish he would be left penniless, homeless, and broke because because they don't care. They're not people.
Guys, it's mob mentality.
They don't have genuine empathy and sympathy for these people.
They act like they do, but they don't. It's their shit.
It's so funny. They defend the person, and they'll quickly push that person away from the camera. Goes, "I'll speak for you, sweetheart. This monster is blah blah blah." And it's like, why don't you let the victim talk, man? They might have something to say about it.
My favorite thing about it is also like when it becomes clear that they're doing the thing that they hate. Where they're like, this racist, sexist, white male asshole. And you go, white male. That's race. That's sex. Yeah. Wait, didn't you just say you hated it because they were judging people by race?
It's such a hit.
Well, Christine, the girl later on went on to say, when you support, her sign wrote, when you support Louis C.K., you tell women your laughter is more important than their sexual assaults and loss of their careers. And I don't think that's true at all.
Career to the end.
Christine, as a woman, do you agree with that?
No, and
Louis fucked her right into a career.
Yeah.
He jerked Christine right into a radio career.
I don't agree with it, and I don't like somebody saying, like, when you do this, you're doing this, and just kind of making that declarative statement. Like, this is how all women feel about this.
I'm not trying to throw her under the bus, but when Wolf called me, she was fucking mad. She's like, these women are, because they walked, Michelle walked out of she had a spot at the cellar. And she walked out, and of course, again, these people don't fucking understand the job. They're criticizing something they don't understand. Because Michelle walks outside and they go, "You're opening for Louis C.K." It's like, you fucking stupid cunt. She's not opening for her. She's doing a spot on the same show. And then it's like, I talk about it, because Emmy Block's like, I feel really uncomfortable. And I'm like, do you feel uncomfortable? Is it because of Louis that you feel uncomfortable? Because if you feel uncomfortable, say something to a manager, and one of these comics around here will do your spot. I'll do your spot.
Is that a thing happening? Emmy Block?
No, her and I talked, and I hope she's not upset that I'm saying this.
She felt uncomfortable just being there and being around it?
She goes, I was on the lineup, and someone just tweeted at me and said, you better walk away. Because Louis on it. And I said, okay, how do you feel?
So she shouldn't earn a living.
She goes, I don't want to see him, but I'm first on the show. He's last on the show. I'm going to do my spot, take my money, and go home. I'm like, well, that's what you should do.
Well, of course.
If you're uncomfortable. But I asked her specifically, I go, are you internally uncomfortable or external pressure?
Right, and there's a difference. And if she could leave,
And I said, if you have internal pressure and you feel like you don't want to do this, that's fine.
100%.
I will do your spot. Someone else will do your spot. I'm not on the show, but I'm sure Liz or somebody will throw me up to go up.
Dan's trying to convince you. I don't want to be here when he gets here. What if you guys cross paths? What if he starts jerking off right in the hallway?
What will you do? I heard he does stand up in just a robe. He just does stand up in a robe.
Jerk off on me. I'm
wearing a bib.
I hate this sweatshirt.
I'm going to call a person who does every role I want in America and be like, You
uncomfortable?
Hey, John Goodman, Louis C.K. might come down the set.
Yeah.
I'll I'll be Dan Connor for the week. Dude, you want to be Dan Connor this episode?
Adam Devine, you don't want to be in that new HBO show? Is it because you want to? I heard Louis going to do a guest appearance.
No, Bill.
Yeah, but basically what she said was, it was the same thing that Michelle said, where there's external pressure from people that aren't in the world, people who make their job to be outraged and bother people that are trying to do a thing at a high level.
They love this.
Is Louis showing up a lot, A, and B, is he talking about it on stage, or is he just
starting to talk about it?
He started addressing it?
Yeah, they said in the article he opened with the line, like, how was your year? But it's like,
that's pretty funny.
But that's not you. You're taking over your pants. It's like, God damn it. What the fuck, dude?
Louis been off the board at the Cellar for so long just because he's one of those guys where you put him on the board and it's like flooded. Like he had to have a secret lineup. So it's funny because like him being back on the board is almost like a fall from grace.
Well, he told because the complaint was that women felt like they were caught off ambushed. So Louis told Esty, he said, put my name on the board and I'll go last. And if they want to, you know, because he just wants to do stand-up. And it becomes that thing where it's like, do I think he was like, I mean, Jay and I made fun of his apology. We thought it was a fucking...
Look, you don't go down the thing. It's like, what do you want him to do? That's what I'm saying with that. It's almost,
that's why I
don't agree with what he did. I wouldn't do what he did particularly. No. At the same time, I think what he did was creepy, definitely weird. Career-ending, assault... in technically legal terms, get short. It's like the whole thing is
being a pervert.
He certainly didn't think that he destroyed anyone's fucking life. And in fact, because even what Sarah Silverman said on Stern the other day, it's like, for the most part, it's like he probably felt there was some sort of a vibe that it was happening. They're in his hotel room or whatever, and his fucking way to go for it is go for it. I've also had women on the road through years that I've just bullshitted with for a couple hours or whatever, and I didn't make a move, and I'm like, I guess this girl doesn't want to do anything. And left where you get that text or that whatever, the message or whatever, it's like, oh man, I can't believe really, I guess I thought you thought I was ugly or something. You never made a move. And I'm like, oh, it's just not me. I'm just so afraid of getting rejected.
Yeah.
But that's pure. I said before, the only reason I'm not worried about this whole movement coming my direction at all is because I'm just not I'm just not aggressive by chance on my own ego bruising. It's not because I don't think if I go to try to kiss a girl who's in my hotel room, she's going to be like, you've just sent me to therapy in life.
Well, I mean, it's all right. Dude, this guy's we're just getting such active hands. Oh, he's giving a tour. I thought the guy was giving hands of like, these fucking guys are in here. But back to what Paul was saying, it's like, I don't think, even with the victims of what Louis did, we don't know their pain. There could have been a woman that got fucked up because he jerked off with her on the phone. You know, it's like, that's right. Avoiding what it is
I'm saying you're too fragile for the world. That's sure, absolutely.
But I'm saying
you're too fragile for the world.
Where these people that benefit off outrage get off, and where they make their mark is by diluting and changing the argument. So that's why I said, like, I would love to have these protesters and have an honest conversation and be like, what do you think? Honestly, what is your opinion? What do you think the punishment should be?
Yeah, but have you seen them try to do that? Have you seen the opposition go online to a protest and go, what exactly are you guys doing here? They go, just get out of here. Take your cameras and get the... And he's like, no, I'm really asking you. I'm asking you a serious question. Can you just... Like, what are you guys angry at? People like you. What am I doing?
What?
You just get the fuck... And then they start to just...
Mob mentality.
It's a mob mentality where it's like they don't want to...
You see the Cosby Show's coming back? It's the Cosby Victim Show. It's all the whole
just them dancing.
It's just all of his
all the rape victims dancing.
All the rape victims just dancing. I think it goes, well, because they should be on the show instead of giving Bill Cosby another show. Put the victims all on a show together.
I said what Jay said. I think there's a big difference between being a pervert and a creep and being a predator. I don't think Louis is a predator. I think he's definitely a pervert, a creep. Like I said, if a guy jerked off in front of my daughter and was like, hold on, and whatever he did, I would be like, that would bother me.
Sure.
It would bother me. It's something you don't want.
Yet if she's an adult and by the third phone call of your daughter going, Daddy, I went to work today and I saw another redheaded guy, and you'd be like, hey, honey.
Yeah, stay away from your fucking redheads.
But when you just be at some point, you're going to be like, pull it together, sweetheart. I mean, like, what the fuck?
Did you hear about the woman at the gym? Did you hear about the woman?
Yeah, that's what I sent Jay, where it was,
go for it.
There was a woman at the gym that put tweets out. First of all, she already knew that Louis C.K. was a private client of the owner of the gym.
Yeah.
So she didn't decide to not patron the place or cause some stink when she already had this information. She saw him walking.
He pays his dues in mutual masturbation sessions.
Yeah. He goes, now you go.
All right, I'll see you next month.
He goes, Louie, your back muscles getting real strong. He goes, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Jerk.
She saw him walk into the locker room, and she said that, like, seeing him was just too traumatic, and it completely crippled her because she's a victim of assault, and seeing him brought it all back. And I'm like, well, you need extensive therapy then. Yeah. And you have to work for your own shit. And it's horrible that a lot of this, it's like, what happened to you that you're so angry? Because maybe figure that out.
Wait,
and the protesters, the people that get so upset, the people that get so mad, because I just know, I'm like, it is a creepy, pervy thing, and I don't know why everybody was running around idolizing Louis C.K. Like, I've hung out with comics for years. Yeah. It's a really, like, the art form in itself, like, the characters that do it, you know, they like, do not... Like, why idolize celebrities like this? Like, they're not for you to guide your lives after or respect. It's like,
what do you think? You went home and just like, it's just all writing the show for the next week. Another guy's gonna be in the fucking weird shit, man.
That's very interesting. Also, that's something you said that I haven't thought about it, is that this is kind of a result of all the celebrity worship of the past, like, 20 years. Yeah. Of watching the reality bubble and the Kardashian bubble up, and all these people, you know, like, you know, celebrity chefs, celebrity wives, celebrity, all these people, everyone's a celebrity, so they have to have the perfect life, so they fucking must be perfect. And it's like, these people suck.
But also, if you spend time with anyone and you see there's regular people, I've had a few quote unquote celebrities that I've spent time with where there's been times I've had, like, you know, I'm at a comedy club with them, I brought him as a guest, and I gotta go to somebody and be like, sorry, this guy's fucking out of control, or whatever. Yeah. Well, it's a person who's, like, well-known celebrity. People will be like, he's my, I'm like, this guy, you know, like doing weird shit in a weird room that I walked into, and you're like, okay, guy who's not, I wouldn't picture this as your world, but okay, you know what I mean? But that's their life. It's got nothing to do with what they do, or their music, or their whatever it is they do, you know? Like,
but the outrage lets people catch up. Because the outrage lets them take a little bit of their celebrity and put it on themselves and be like, I'm the guy, I'm the one that took down this celebrity, like this person, you know, like they've like trying to latch themselves to it and suckle off it in a weird way.
And then the levels.
Still jerking off?
Hell yeah.
And then the level, hell yeah.
Just at himself.
Just like him in the mirror now?
Yeah, he goes, you disgust me. He's like, oh, fuck.
He just puts a wig on and just fucking explodes on his chest.
And again, the levels too is the problem, where there's no delineation between, like, you asked a girl if you could jerk off in front of her. She said no, you let her go. And holding somebody down with their mouth covered while you put your dick inside them. These two chicks standing with those signs want the same punishment for both.
And it's completely two different. One's a crime and rape, and
that's too much minutia for them to worry about. They just want to go, let's get out there with some signs and give a quote to the fucking art section of the Times.
It's funny to watch people when they're on the side, when they're on offense versus when they're on defense. Because when they can't play defense, it's just so obvious where their faults are. Like, I remember when Lena Dunham got in trouble for that writer on Girls, and she was like, I'm going to support him. And everyone was like, what? And like, I'm going to support him. There's segregations against him. And she was like, I'm going to support him. And everyone's like, you can't support him! You're a woman! Like, how do you not understand that?
No, she should have supported him because she would sight unseen attack the person who was the writer on fucking the other HBO show. Right.
Yeah.
That's what fucking they are. They all do have a bit of that, man. That like
support.
Not my guy. Yeah. No, my guy. When they come out,
well, no, like, I know them. They, I've been to their house.
It's all fucking money. It's all money.
You know, the comedian in me though, the mind. I just think of what Louis did after like girl in the trailer said no. Yeah. Like he brought a girl to. He's like, can I jerk off for you? She's like, no. He's just like, you want iced tea? You thirsty?
What was the Ozzy Argento?
You're from New Hampshire. Oh, yeah. It's cold this time of year.
Ozzy Argento was the girl who got accused of like doing something with an underage boy. But she's someone who said she was a victim.
She gave that speech about the one Harvey Weinstein, right?
Yes.
She gave a speech about Harvey Weinstein raped me at this festival, she said.
Right. She had done something with a young kid herself that came out at her. And then because of that, she was like best friend. That Rose McGowan lunatic documentary that she did, Ozzy Argento and her was like the consoling, hugging, whatever thing. And now they Rose McGowan's like turned on her completely.
It's wrestling.
You know
it's all wrestling.
Like she
listen to me,
like
motherfuckers.
Rose McGowan's like Ozzy Argento's a piece of shit now. It's like
she did that. Rose McGowan.
I thought she was like your partner in crime. Now it's
they
like
did the hands up in the ring in the middle of the ring thing, like and then Rose McGowan went and just fucking clotheslined her.
But not even that. Why don't you look into it? There's nothing to be accounted for. Ozzy Argento couldn't come out.
Is it Asia or Ozzy?
Ozzy.
Ozzy. Oh, Ozzy.
You couldn't be like you can't come out and be like, yeah. No, I'm pretty fucked up. Like, things happen to me and I'm fucked up. I've done a fucked up thing. Like, I'd like to fix this thing about my part. It's either like, I didn't, or I did. Or if you do, as Louis did ultimately go, he's like, yeah, I'm in the whole fucking weird thing. And
No, she went as far as to say,
I asked him for a weird, no, I'm saying with Louis, he's like, I did a weird thing. I asked for a weird thing. It's an odd thing to do, I guess. And it's embarrassing as shit that he's being caught. And, you know, what can I do, man? It's like, you know, maybe this is a lesson learned, I guess, not to fucking do something like that. And then I just think for what he did, listen, if a woman says her life is destroyed because she's attacked and held down and fucking raped, or done with like threats, maybe it's not violent, but it's like through threats and shit, and her life is fucking mangled from that, I get it.
100%.
I fucking get it. But just in the world, man, you have to be, it's the same way. If you're in a bad car accident and you survive, you gotta move on with life. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you can't let it fucking affect your whole, and some people do. Some people become agoraphobic from that. Never get in a car. It just changed the whole course of life. But that's, you gotta get yourself, you're the stronger human in the world, man. And I just think Louis' victims, if people are out there protesting and stuff, like, you're making these chicks sound like fucking dweebs, man. Like, they're like I'm sure they're fine. They still work, these people. What are you talking about?
What were you going to say, Christine?
No, it just with everything coming out, and it's so funny to go through something like Kavanaugh recently, where it was just like staunch denial.
Yeah.
There was no, there was nothing that came out. It was just, it's almost like you're like, should Louis C.K. have just fucking been like, I did not, and it doesn't matter how many girls come up and you just go, I didn't, because it's so funny to even like
he's not
keep thinking of a religious statement of forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those that trespass against us. And there's none of that.
Louis unprotected.
Yeah, Louis unprotected.
Entertainment is unprotected. Politics is very protected.
Politics is gang warfare. And the right is fucking, they're like, what's up,
and
bro? Ride or die.
And there's big checks to be written to support.
Entertainment, you lose those checks if you back someone that might have done a questionable thing. If you're like, that's my boy, they're like, well, you're a supporter of this, so I don't think we'll be working with this studio. And you're like,
after I watched the SNL sketch about Kavanaugh, then I watched a bunch of clips of the actual hearing of Kavanaugh, and the fact that guy got in just tells you, like, that trial didn't mean it. Like, he walked into that trial, or he walked into that hearing knowing, like, it's like, I'm just gonna, like, get through this and say the things they told me to say. And
wasn't that one of the jokes in the SNL sketch?
I'm gonna get the fuck out of Dutch. Well, I'm saying, like, no matter what. Like,
but I'm saying, they even made that. Yeah, he goes, I've decided he's probably, before I've even asked a question, he's probably not, he's probably gonna get through.
Yeah.
Like, they made that joke.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I mean, I think that is the idea. It was just like,
politics is a different game.
This guy's coming through, but it's a different game. Entertainment is, you're dealing with, so in people's eyes, politicians, especially the way they are now, are celebrities.
Yeah.
But untouchable because of those connections to whatever. Celebrity, like actors, musicians, whatever, comedians, they're people feeling the same way. These millionaire, famous, on every newspaper, in the news every day, also in the news because of their affiliation to politics and all this kind of shit and what they want to speak out on. And they become something that you can take them down. You could take them down crazy fast and hard, and they make example after example of that. Fuck, ABC, is it?
Yeah.
ABC should have stood by Roseanne, is what they fucking should have done. Yeah. I mean, what they did to her is pretty fucking gross. I know. No, I know why they didn't do it, but I mean, like, Roseanne is, it's like, a woman that was racist wouldn't write a show where she has a black grandchild and a trans grandchild. Her character and real life being a super right-wing conservative, but still knows the funny and the whatever is in the view of this, not making racial jokes of the granddaughter. You know what I'm saying? It's like she wouldn't be a part of that.
Yeah.
If she had hate in her heart. Even when I saw the Hitler picture that I thought Michelle actually, they weirdly misrepresented on her show, but it was a joke. I mean, whatever. I get for the joke, obviously, but just someone who forgot about it, when I saw the picture of her with the Hitler mustache baking cookies, I was like, well, it is. Why the hell would she have tweeted that? That's crazy. It was a photo shoot for Hebe magazine.
Yeah, it was for
like a Jewish
magazine.
like pop magazine.
Yeah.
So it's like you're taking these things out of context. Like, I don't know. And then when she screamed, I thought the bitch was white in that interview, nothing's ever shot through my chest harder where I was like, I believe her. Yeah. I absolutely believe her that she had no idea. She was even just like, how much more of this fist up my ass do you want me to take? Yeah. I kind of quietly have walked away from the show as you guys fired me. They killed her by making her a junkie?
Yeah, that's crazy.
They kill a beloved character because some people...
They kill the star. They kill the creator of the show by making her a junkie.
By making her a junkie.
That's crazy.
And the star of the show, and a beloved American television character, you could die making her a junkie because in real life she tweeted something, dude. And that's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah, my question is, after all this, if it does calm down, because Jay was saying it might not because of social media and that kind of gives it this thing, but like look at the Al Franken. Al Franken is an example of Leanne Tweeden said that he grabbed her breast over, and it's like a picture that shows him while she's asleep.
No, it's faking it.
Yeah, he's faking it. And the left ate him on that. His own people were like, you should resign. And he resigned, and now it's like, he was one of your best senators, and now he's gone. So you shot yourself in the foot. So at what point do you think 10 years down the road, do people look back at this and go like, oh man, do you see like tweets from like black entertainers being like, I fucks with Roseanne, that kind of got crazy for a little bit. Like, do you think people come back and they're like, come on her there? Or do you think, now I'm looking at Black Lou for his answer. Do you think that happens? Like, do you think 10 years from now?
Yeah, because I know a couple of black people in my family were like, listen, Paula Deen is an old racist ass girl from the South. Leave her the fuck alone. I want to know how to put butter in my meals. Enough that it'll kill me.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Some black people won't care, but here's the problem. Yeah. Black people liking her aren't going to put her back on television. Doesn't mean anything. So no, she won't be back.
I'm not saying back. I agree. I'm saying is ever going to be like, oh, that might have been too hard.
But doesn't matter. Scarlet letters on her.
Remember when Michael Vick had to he went and saved dogs, and so maybe Louis just has to console
people that got jerked off in front of him.
He has to kick guys in the dick.
He puts his arm on a kid's shoulder like, I know you got the urge. Just don't
jerk off.
Just go kick people in the dick when they pull it out.
Or maybe he's
on your way.
He's like a guardian angel, but on the subway for homeless dudes jerking.
For homeless jerking
in front of him. Like, does that ruin? So women that have been jerked off in front of. Now, I understand the power element is what makes it like, if you felt like it was your boss, you felt like it was suffocating, but it's like.
Terrible fucking thing to say. That whole thing's dumb too.
But are there women on the subway that have homeless dudes have jerked off, or they're like, I can't come into work today? I saw a guy on the D train whack off. In the 80s, that was like a normal thing.
I heard there was somebody did a joke about it on stage where they said this black woman was on the subway and a guy was doing it. I think it's on YouTube, and she goes, "What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you?" And she got up and she goes, "You want to do that shit in front of me?" And she was like trying to swing on him. Yeah. She's like, "You fuck!" Like, she just called it out and was like, "No, you're not doing that shit right now."
I bet she didn't go and like quit her job and start.
No, she probably beat the shit out of the homeless guy and went to her job.
Yeah. My mom used to be a medical mediator, like, with lawyers. Like, she'd go in and like try to negotiate, like, if they're going to settle out of court.
Are you going to tell us your mom let them all jerk off in front of her?
Yeah, no, but she said that they would be at these hotels in Wyoming, and my mom drank, and these dudes would drink, and guys would pull out their dicks, and my mom would be like, "Put your fucking cock away. Like, we have business to do tomorrow."
That's
and
what she said.
I mean, we know Trish's history. No, but I believe her that there's been like,
of course you do. What else are you going to do?
All right, my mom sucked all the dicks.
She was clean. Think she wasn't cleaning house in those meetings?
But it is a thing where it's like, that's a woman that is strong enough not to be like, I can't go to the trial tomorrow.
She
John showed his dick.
But the world falls apart for a victim now, man. The world opens up for you. Everybody wants to console you to make themselves feel better, but it's all for them.
It's for them.
It's for them. What are you want to ask these people, what are your fucking real thoughts on Lou this moment? You didn't have a thing in college that didn't shut your world off that a guy tried a little. I'm not saying these are good things. I don't do them.
No, I'm with you. I said if that happened to my daughter, I'm with you 100%. But you notice how none of these people in this angry mob said, like, maybe the guy should get help, or maybe what could you do to... It was nothing.
Exactly.
It was nothing.
That's what the point of extension.
It was nothing to help.
It's the extension of the hand. What do you need?
Like Jay said, you know what? Broke, penniless, on the street, no money, fucking die, and that's it. And it's like, that's what you preach against. You preach against helping. You preach for helping people.
But that's like
anyway, you heard it here first. Paul Verzi wants Louis C.K. penniless in the streets and ready to die.
He says he deserves to bleed out.
His new special.
Yes.
I'll say this.
Tomorrow night.
That's right.
No.
Premiere.
This comes out
Thursday.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Terminator Timeline.
Terminator Timeline on the Lost Tapes.
Yeah.
So tomorrow night, everybody, that is November 2nd, Friday, tomorrow night at 12:30 a.m. Eastern, 11:30 Central, and that is on Comedy Central. Paul's fucking hilarious.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Check it out. Hit him up. Let him know you heard about him on the Bonfire, man, and really just enjoy this special. I love you, buddy. I'm so proud of you. I'm excited for you, man.
I appreciate it. Congratulations on your Netflix special, buddy.
Thank you, brother, man. Much appreciated. That's old news now. That was way back on Tuesday.
Yeah, that's not how the news cycle works. You're the hot stuff.
Paul Verzi, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
You got it. We'll be right back. It's the Bonfire.
And now, back to the Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
What's up?
Bring your smokes.
What's up? Stop putting them to me, Lou. Everyone keeps shoving them over back towards me. I don't want any.
You don't want any?
I don't want any.
You're a good boy.
They're wrong.
They're not wrong.
No, also I might eat some junk-ass shit tonight, you know?
Yeah, it's Halloween. I mean, it's Thursday. Hey, Lost Tapes, Bonfire.
Hey, it's Kiss Lost Tapes.
Bonfire, Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. I'm Dan Soder. That's Big J. Oakerson. That was Kiss.
That was Kiss, yeah.
I could get into Kiss if that's more their shit.
God of Thunder.
You're a God of Thunder. I'll do it. Lou, are you into Kiss?
I am not, but Mike McCready of Pearl Jam is, so therefore I am.
I like it. I respect that.
No one liked God of Thunder just now?
I loved it. That's what I'm saying. More of that, and I'd get into Kiss. That's cool.
God of Thunder. Listen, I hate rock and roll all night and party every day. I hate it.
Yeah.
It's just that's a lame song. But a lot of their songs are really good.
Yeah.
And they're just simple.
I'm into it.
Turn it up.
Sell me on Kiss. We talked to him. That's coming up in the show. I wish I had an older brother who could have taught me more about cool stuff like this. Instead of getting into Kiss at 35.
I've been right here the whole time.
You stop. Stop it right now.
I want to show you all kinds of new musics.
Oh, man. Will you teach me how to smoke and not have Mom smell me?
This is Ted Nugent, but if you call him the Nuge,
he'll let you shoot bow and arrows.
What happened, Lou? You got your eyes lit up. What happened? Are you still reeling from getting Red Dead Redemption 2?
Very excited.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Jason Coker for sending it in. Also, shout out to Joey. We got the sniper backpack in the home room.
Oh, yeah. Black Lou's going to play as Django. He's an unlockable character.
He comes back on Monday. I go, do you like the game? He goes, you can't be a black dude.
He goes, it's okay.
He goes, I got to be a white guy with a weird accent. I go, it's called a High Plains accent.
I don't know what you're talking about, partner.
Listen, that'd be great if you
$20 Black Lou puts cowboy boots and cowboy hat to play the game.
If you think I'm not putting on mine the second I crack open Red Dead, I'm definitely doing it.
Christmas present early for Lou. We get him a stagecoach.
How'd you feel about that?
Me?
Oh, Black Lou for a stagecoach?
How has nobody made a rap beat out of this, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly yet? Has anybody? Christine, look it up. What an emotional turn this show took. We were so heated up about PC culture.
Yeah, one break and we come back and we're like, hey, Kiss is rad. That last break ended us was like, so take our jobs, take our money, you won't take our words.
What do you want? Blood?
Yeah.
What do you want?
The souls?
We gotta take a break.
Take a break. Coming right back. Hey, God of Thunder's pretty sick.
It's a pretty dope tune.
I just slept a lot.
It's the beauty of the Lost
garbage.
Tapes.
It's weird to hear my energy change from yesterday to today.
Just got sick?
I didn't get sick. Yeah, I think it just cut with me. Woke up and I was like, what the fuck? There's nothing worse than waking up sick when you're like, you kind of know it's coming the night before, but you're like, I got this. Because you can get ahead of it a lot. And you wake up feeling great.
I did a couple times this year.
Yeah.
Zycam?
When you get ahead of it, you feel good because you wake up, you're like, gotcha, you missed.
Zycam, little vitamin C, pound some hot tea.
Dude, I woke up today at like 9 a.m. and I was like, this motherfucker sacked me. Got me in the backfield.
You're run down, dude.
Yeah.
Overworked.
Do
you think they blocked us from seeing Roxanne Shante through the doorway? That was such a better thing to look at than John Fugel sang, but now they have pylons blocking us. Like I made her uncomfortable.
Do you think
I made her uncomfortable.
Do you think the Fugues gave her a heads up?
Just so you know, there's a couple of white dudes in the other room there, a couple of real Poindexters.
He goes, and
they're like, I like to look through the porthole and look at black people. You're going to get a lot of that around here. All right, Queen.
Peace. Yeah, he goes, I got to get out of here. Yes, Queen.
Yeah. All right, Queen. One
love.
Out.
Kiss is coming up, which I was kind of nervous about because, I don't know, Gene Simmons and I are oil and water, us two.
Can I pull the curtain?
Yeah.
I don't want you to get nervous. You're so funny, so engaging, so conversational. I get it. My initial thing is like, oh shit, what are we going to talk to Kiss about? And then relax your brain, which I have naturally. A relaxed brain, they'll tell me.
Is that a word for mental retardation?
Yeah. He's got a relaxed brain.
You have a relaxed brain, meaning you do not retain nor give knowledge.
But you relax your brain, you're like, what is there not to talk to Kiss about?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I fell into Paul Stanley's
We don't know anything about them, other than like Gene Simmons loves money and selling stuff. Paul's the lead singer. The other two guys aren't the original dudes.
That's what I was the most nervous about.
Why? You said you were going to call them something wrong?
Yeah.
No. I was so happy at some point. Somebody said, hey, Tommy.
Yeah.
And then Tommy went, what's up? And I'm like, okay, that's Tommy.
Yeah. And you go, Tommy.
Tommy Thayer. Banned for 17 years.
When you hear someone's name that you don't know and you just overuse it, you go, Tommy. Tommy Two-Tone. Shreds.
It is weird, the crossroads of life, huh? They are rock and roll legends. And then, since I was a baby, and we've all traveled our journey, and we all met in Studio One of Sirius XM, where me and Dan, I asked them questions. They were also, they had a lot of marriage advice for me. And,
you're gonna hear it. It gets real personal for a second.
It really does. We made Gene Simmons uncomfortable somehow.
It's like, all right, stop talking, unless we're talking about pussy or Monday.
It's a very funny interview. It's awkward at points. They try to bring it back to...
They tell us not to be funny about a certain thing, about the clothes they wear.
Oh, really?
Notice that. He goes, that's not funny. Don't joke around about that. Remember, you know what I'm talking about? When I was like, do you guys ever, what's the worst surface to walk in those shoes on? He goes, the women have that problem. I was like, yeah. And he goes, it's not funny. There's nothing funny about that.
You do the same thing you do with tweets. Gene Simmons is like Ron Jeremy. He talks in every sentence as a joke, like a ball bust joke. And then you're over there, you're puffing your chest out.
I don't puff my chest out.
The same way you read, it goes, oh, I got a tweet today. It was like, Dan Soder, you're my favorite comic, and I hope you come to my town really soon. It's like to lay that pressure on me. It's like, I hope you come to my town. Now I got to think about coming to this guy's town. I'm like, Dan, I think the guy was just a big fan and loves you. He's like, oh. I go, Dan, watch. Dan, I'm such a big fan, dude. I hope you come to my town soon, man. I'm dying to see you. And you go, oh, is that? You think that's how he wrote it? Like, I don't know how you read it the other way.
That is. That's normally how it is with everything. My mom texted me. She goes, I love you.
That's not funny. He goes, what's the hardest service to walk? I goes, oh, that's not funny. Don't talk about that. It was such a clear, nothing about him was serious or...
Well, I like we're saying it now, so when people listen, they're like, oh, Soder is a psycho.
Yeah. He goes, oh, now you know right here. He goes, oh, Soder's hot right there.
He is bubbling.
Yeah.
He is bubbling up.
Gina... Can I talk to you? Can I talk to you outside?
Hey, Gene,
I'll make jokes about whatever the fuck I want to make jokes about, Gene. So you went home that night and we're like, oh yeah, is that not, I can't make jokes about, I can make jokes about everything I want. Flip.
Yeah.
I'll make jokes about throat punch.
I go, oh cool. No, did you guys ever license a hip toss? Oh, did you guys ever have a kiss uppercut?
The DDT.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Paul Stanley. I didn't realize that I just hurt your. I didn't realize I just hurt your bass player. Maybe I'll come over and bulldog.
I would never bulldog Paul Stanley.
He's your guy.
He's my guy now. I love that he's the lead singer. I'm really behind this. God of Thunder, all the hits.
They banged out ballads, a disco song.
They did a whole disco album, didn't they?
I know. What's the big one? I Was Made for Love. Bring on Kiss. I Was Made for Loving You.
I know that song. That's a weird thing for, do you think disco was being woke? Like it came out and people were like, we gotta be woke. We gotta be disco.
Oh, yes, you had to for a minute there. Do you go to the video actually of it? Because I mean, to see a disco Kiss song. The I Was Made for Loving You music video.
I love this. I get...
Oh, there's gonna be so much glitter around my house as Christine's gotta do a glue star on my cheek.
Oh,
pour glitter on it and go...
You think Vecchio's not going to think about moving out when he's got to help me into my thigh-high boots?
No, I don't think he will. I think he's a mensch. He'll do it.
Yeah, you're right. He is a real mensch. Is that just wear a jumpsuit? Lou, what would be your glam look?
I want to be a cat.
Yeah, whiskers on Witzke.
Look,
I'm down with that.
Show the same setup, Christine. Real
Christine,
quick,
would you do like a Cleopatra look? Would you go like...
Yeah, I would.
I don't know if it's because you're high or I nailed it. We just go, yeah, I would.
No, she would.
Yeah.
Can you put on I Love It Loud, also the video now?
Is this another disco?
Just to get the crossroads he's got. This is this is the same thing with like the Sugar Ray used to be speed metal.
Dude, who did Gomez versus Metzger in the UFC?
Who knows?
I don't know. That's great.
Look at the same video or same like setup of a video. Listen to this music.
There's Outside.
Yeah, there's a whole thing. Yeah, that's the guy that doesn't believe Gene Simmons' Soda exists. It's a really fun interview. You're going to enjoy it as you listen at home.
Is that's the old guitarist?
That's Ace Frehley still.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley. Listen, I know the Kiss purists will tell you the whole band is the whole band, but I'm saying pretty much you get Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley, it's fine. I saw Guns N' Roses fully reformed without the drummer, and really, you have Slash and Axl, it's fine, man. Duff's a nice little bonus.
Yeah, but you can't do the Beatles with just Ringo and Paul.
No, you can't.
You really can't. If you had John and Paul.
You could do two session guys, though, and you could do John and Paul, though. Yeah, but they're John and Paul.
Yeah. They're John and Paul. Also, it's like Nirvana. They have to do, Kurt was such a big hole. You got to get. Alice in Chains does it with Lane, but it doesn't feel right.
I don't think it feels right, but it sounds right.
It does sound right. That new lead singer is amazing.
It sounds, and he's a guy doing a good Lane Staley impression. It didn't work long with like Judas Priest when they had Ripper Owens come in. Judas
What
Priest.
A name!
Isn't
that guy's name's Ripper Owens.
Yeah, Tim Ripper Owens. That's essentially the story of the movie Rockstar.
One of the best movies of all time. Which, if we ever do a companion piece, that will be one of the top movies we do.
A Rockstar.
Yeah.
I know, you get Mark Wahlberg impression all over it.
All over. You get hot.
Christine
Aniston
gets to look at Zakk Wylde, but with no beard, which does take almost all of it away.
Is that the special power? The beard?
Yeah, that's the Viking power.
The Viking no, his hair is awesome.
Yeah.
But you need the beard, too. He does not have a good face for no beard.
So crew cut Zach, you're not down.
It's not crew cut, he's just...
No, but I'm saying, what if he did crew cut?
That'd just be bizarre.
No, yeah. She'd be out, I think.
I was very worried when Jay was cutting his hair, because I loved his long hair, and I love his short hair.
So he's bringing it back. Are you still bringing it back?
I gotta cut it next week.
Why do you gotta cut it next week?
I gotta do pictures soon. Just like I have like headshots coming and stuff and some promo stuff.
No.
I have to.
No.
I have to. I can't. It's either that or I'm not going to be able to take a picture for 2 years.
Oh, all right. One more haircut, then you bring it back.
Yeah. I don't know I can't tell if Christine really wants me to bring it back or not.
Can we do a Twitter poll?
She doesn't want me. We did it already. We did a Twitter poll.
What was it? Man, smoking pot on this show really does have its disadvantages sometimes. Repeating stories.
I think it was most people do not grow their hair back. But I was doing it anyway. But I can't tell Christine's. But look, you see how uncomfortable she gets? Not even.
And it was don't grow back.
Yeah.
You guys did a poll on skanks and it was don't grow back?
Put up on skanks and it was don't grow back. I love the long hair. I love the short hair. The in-between time. I mean,
it's hard.
I don't know when the next thing you're going to shoot is, but...
I fucked you with those awful bangs.
Whoa.
Yeah, what a waste of a good load.
It's so funny because I never understood being a guy. Bangs are such a big deal to women. And I never understood. I was always... Because remember when Marcia Clark cut her bangs and everyone lost their shit during the OJ trial?
Oh, yeah.
I did not understand that. I was
Christine
I don't get
Christine got dramatic bangs, which looked really good. When done, it was very cool looking. The problem was, what I got at home was fucking Jocelyn, the overnight shift diner waitress, splitting the hair.
She went, how you doing? Anyways, we stopped serving soup an hour ago.
It's like she's saying awkward in between. I think Christine's hair looks fucking sexy as shit right now.
Yeah. I like your hair a little bit longer. Like, do you like that length? I like that length.
I do like it now.
Just gotta cut the sides a bit.
She takes it too.
Whoa, Gene.
Whoa.
Dude, my arch nemesis is really being mean.
You're right about him.
Yeah, I think thanks, Lou. You're the only one that got my back. Where were you when I needed you when I liked dogs and no one else liked dogs?
Is that guy a dick or what?
Yeah, I walk away going, dude, I think you were right in that. I'm like, see?
That guy's a real D.
Is it just me or is that guy a super D? Yeah, I've tried to grow my hair out a couple times only with disastrous results. Because it gets like curly. And
really cool long curly hair.
I'd look like an asshole. I would look like an old timey prince with like my fucking nose. Like when they put me on that, we talked about it yesterday, that lady that had sex with the ghosts, when they put my face on her head, I was like, that'd be me with long hair, and it looks weird. Looks just gross.
Hello, I'm Prince Daniel. My father says I can ride whatever horse I want to in the kingdom.
That's actually Mark Face Andy's. That's Prince Andrew.
Oh man, long curly hair, like perm hair on a guy is the worst.
Yeah, that's so...
I like a nice wavy.
A wavy hair.
The guy all the way on the left, if his hair got longer, up.
Yeah.
If that guy's hair got longer, it'll be awesome long hair.
Just us loving dudes with long hair.
Yeah.
Don't buy wigs that come off at the wrong time.
I don't know if you've seen all the faces of approval Christine's been making at the screen, thinking I'm not looking. She's doing this.
The way you do when you see an ass on the screen. Oh, okay.
That's a high one.
Oh, look at that tush.
Ooh.
She goes, look at that. Oh, yes. You do it better, Gene Simmons. I mean, Kiss.
I'm Gene Simmons from Kiss. You know, Christine, a lot of people don't know this, but my money bag soda actually works as a lubricant, an anal lubricant. Kiss. We need
to be more encouraging of new voices that go in different directions, because we did that a lot at the beginning. That's where you got your Danzer down. We've really left that out. That's where you got your Sebastian.
I tell you, I throw bibliography to Dan Soder a lot in my stand-up comedy sets.
For voices?
I just jump right in.
I'll tell you which one I'm doing a lot on stage right now.
I'm not even good at it, but I mean, I just jump in. If I got a Canadian, I'm trying.
You know what? You just jump in the pool. You don't know what's going to happen.
I just give it a whirl.
Yeah.
And I go, Dan's more the voice guy, but
sometimes I'll miss though.
We have the same sense of humor, but
yours Charles Manson was always top notch.
It's just over the top. I thought Christine was going to pull a dick move on me and try to get me the Steve Harvey impression in front of somebody the other day, and I'm like, please don't ask me to do it.
That's how I feel sometimes when people are like, he does Macho Man. And I'm like, please don't make me do that.
I felt awkward for you.
Yeah, I'm like, please don't make me do that.
I feel awkward for it's a weird thing to ask.
Yeah, and the one that always gets me with
I would somehow ease the blow by doing I think I do a pretty good Hulk Hogan. So, you know what I mean? So then you can go brother.
Yeah, you can interact.
Kind of get you into doing it. To just go, it's like, do it, I'm going to watch.
The worst ones is when people come up after a set, on the road, and they're like, I was really waiting for the Macho Man. I'm like, I don't do it on stage. That'd be weird. I don't know. I guess some people, I can understand some people expecting it, but where I always like it is like when someone's talking and we'll have a conversation at the end, like, dude, the Macho Man always kills me. And then one guy will be like, hey, would you leave my voicemail as Macho Man? And if it's like at the end of the night and I'm about to leave, I'll be like, yeah, give me that. And then I'm a psycho and I go one time, it was in Minneapolis. I went in the dressing room at like 4 different times so I could get it right. Because I kept screwing it up. I'd be like, fuck, that sucked. Let me run it again. And the guy's like, all right, I gotta go. My wife's waiting for me outside. And I'm like, all the way to the top, yeah.
Hang on. I can catch it.
I go, very,
yeah. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather.
Orange boot. Orange.
Sloppy Sally sells salads.
Well, we're going to take our last break. When we come back, we'll be with the band Kiss.
Yeah, but he was a heartthrob.
And now back to the bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Okay, I'm rolling when you guys are ready.
Are you on the river?
Rolling on the river.
Rolling.
You guys okay to start?
Rolling on the river. Rolling on the river. I don't know about that. Gene, you got to do the deep voice. Rolling on the river.
Awesome. Everybody cool to start up? Let's start it up.
Low voice.
I say we do it.
Rolling.
You can keep that going in the background. That's fine with that. That'd be a great return. Hey, everyone. Bonfire, Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. We are doing part of our Lost Tapes pre-record here. This is huge for us. Probably, arguably, the biggest get we've ever had on the show. Paris Hilton would probably argue that, but she'd be wrong. And I'd say it right to her face, everybody. It is, of course, Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, Eric Singer, Tommy Thayer, the legendary Kiss joins us in the studio. You guys are here. Thank you, first of all, so much for agreeing to talk to us. We are the idiot channel over here on Comedy Central.
No, you're very good. I got to tell you, when I'm driving in my car with all the bad news of the last year or two, I find myself all the time listening to you guys. And
oh, thank you so much.
Yes, I do.
I know that we have a couple of 6 degrees of separation, Stanley and I, with your son came to see me at Caroline's perform about a year ago with Bob Held, Lynn Lenway.
Yeah.
Who I know are dear friends of yours and the creators of Z-Rock that I was on the entire time on Z-Rock. I played the ambiguously gay show. Z-Rock was a show on the IFC channel about the band ZO2, who I know one of the big things the show was always excited about was that they opened for you guys on a tour.
Did. Bob and Lynn, old friends who I introduced. I think they just celebrated their 23rd or something like that.
I know, he'll never deserve her. She's so out of his league hot.
That's one of those things where you hope they don't listen to this specific episode together.
No, of course.
Bob Held lives in fear that one of these days she's going to wake up and realize who she married.
Yeah. Dude, I know. And she worked in music for so long. I'm like, she must get hit on constantly. And Bob's just wearing khaki shorts.
Actually, she worked at the Kiss office.
Really?
Yeah. No, I lie like all men do.
I keep hearing about this tongue. You refuse to show it to me every time we meet.
Don't get excited.
We're working on this twice.
Your beard is bristling.
Gene, your effect on women is just legendary. I got my own girlfriend.
My body odor?
You complimented her.
Yeah.
When you came in a couple weeks ago to do our show. She floated on that for weeks.
You must. So get used to it. You better turn around and just learn the jargon. You're the beautiful. Just start off the day by saying, I'm sorry. Then you're fine.
Yeah, this is like watching Gene Simmons give you a Scared Straight program for your relationship. It's like, I'm going to come in, I'm going to scare you a lot, and then now you're going to be a better boyfriend.
But
now I'm going to leave.
The Kiss tour that's upcoming, that's really exciting.
Yeah, that's the Kiss meet and greet experience will be available beginning tomorrow at 10 a.m. or actually Tuesday because this is for a Thursday show. Tuesday, October 30th. So it's available now through Epic Rights. Kiss Army Fan Club pre-sales beginning Wednesday, October 30th at 10 a.m. local time. And then visit Kiss Online for more information. Tickets to the general public going on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m. That's Friday, November 2nd at 10 a.m. local time.
Yeah, we felt jilted because when you came in a couple weeks ago, it was, I think 2 days later you guys did America's Got Talent, killed it. And,
it took every ounce of something. We can't even say those words anymore. You guys were talking, and we know what's going on, but you don't want to find out in July what you're getting for Christmas, right? So you want to wait.
No, it's very good. No, sure, give the exclusive to
What do you
banks.
think about it?
I see how things work.
Absolutely. And it was really cool because here we are on the eve of the announcement of the end of the road tour, and here we are going out for probably about 3 years after 4.5 decades going out there and doing the ultimate, which is kind of weird to say, the ultimate Kiss show. Best show we've ever done. More artillery, more fire. You're sitting, look, Beauty in the background smiling with these. You look like a commercial for Crest toothpaste.
Oh man, she's gonna leave our show, guys. You gotta. But she's like, "What am I doing on this comedy show?" She's like, "I'm out of here."
She gets very excited. We're going. We're absolutely going.
Yeah, it really will be amazing. I mean, after all this time to say, look, everything is going great. The band loves each other. Let's go out and officially say this is it, and go out in a blaze of glory. We will do the show that will be Armageddon. It will be fit for us.
That's going to be awesome. I have a question. For all these years, you're on stage, you get off stage in those shoes. What's the worst surface to walk in those shoes that you guys walk? I mean, you guys...
Sand or mud.
Sand or mud?
Yeah.
You've been trapped in mud in those shoes?
Well, you just sink into it.
Yeah.
You just sink into it. Not something you want to do.
Like that and emergencies would be an issue where you'd have to run and really haul ass.
If you ask any female of the species what it's like after a night out with the low-cut black outfit and the high heels, she'll tell you your back's killing her. So don't. This is not even funny. Don't kid yourself. Being on stage, our boots are 7 inches or more. Yeah. They get bigger if we can't do those jokes anymore, right? You can't do any of those kinds of jokes. No, not doing it.
You can not doing it.
You guys, if you get in trouble for that, we are doomed.
Okay, well I can't.
He already has.
Well, I don't care about.
He already has.
Comedy Central's all lawyered up to go.
Oh, they got a tight team going for us.
Yeah, I don't care about you. I care about me. Anyway,
at the end of the day,
our retainer just went up.
That's the ones on TV. Yeah. Different kind of retainer. But at the end of the show, it is physically. It's stressful. The physical toll you take on your bodies. You're talking about being on stage for, I don't know, hour and a half to 2 hours, and it's like a hard workout, and it's fair to say we're the hardest working band in show business, period. Nobody does what we do.
This time we're actually going out. Sorry to interrupt, but yeah, I'm taking over. We're going out this time. I think on the last 10 years of touring, we've done about 16 songs. We're going to do at least 20 songs. It's a completely new stage. Threw away everything we had before. And between the pyro and the lights and all the special effects, this is truly bombastic. And we've been rehearsing already a month because seriously, I mean, for us, this is us going out there and leaving people with one last memory, and we're going to make sure that it is blinding, deafening, and brain-numbing.
You know, with all that, getting ready for it, now do you have to actually, could you say about like how difficult the effort you have to put into a show, and you guys do put on a huge show, do you have to actually like start like working out to almost get ready for it? Like,
well, nobody wants to see a fat man in tights.
Yeah. Speak for yourself, first of all.
As a professional wrestling fan, I'll argue that. Sometimes it can be good.
Yeah. As the boyfriend of this pretty young lady, and as a man who likes to wear tights, I take that offense to that personally.
As the boyfriend of this young lady?
Yeah.
In back of... No.
Yeah.
You
pulled it
lucky bastard. Do you have a clue?
No, she obviously doesn't.
I knew that was coming.
Are you guys married?
No.
You boyfriended up. If you were married, I'd say you married up.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, but I am married, just not to Christine over here. That's a whole complicated thing.
No.
Oh yeah.
Christine?
Man, I didn't think it was going to take Kiss to make this to come to the surface, but that's what it became. It's like, do you want to bring this up? I was like, this is divorce court in a
serious.
Weird. Yeah, this got real.
I don't know if you guys are kidding or not.
No, I'm absolutely.
And cut.
I hope. I hope in my court papers I can say, well, Kiss told me.
Judge
really
Judy's here.
We have a judge from the state of New York. We're going to get married.
Why did you just say that, Tourette's?
No, it's just the absolute truth.
I don't want to ask any more.
I think she's hanging on till I make even more money.
Oh! Just
no.
got the chills. But no, you're right. The Kiss tour. I've heard.
Speaking of money.
Yeah. No, I've heard some people say that it's a sad event, but it's not. It's not a sad event. It's a celebration. We're going to do a, Paul Stanley quote, a victory lap. We're going to go around one time around the world. It's a big place. It'll be as much as 3 years. We're going to go to every city we can. I'm sorry?
That was my quote.
That was Eric's quote.
No, that was mine.
But the Olympics, I said we do a victory lap.
Eric's quote.
How much of the fan feedback is doing is this the farewelliest of the farewell tours?
This is, sometimes cynics tend to get involved and snicker and say, another band doing a second or a third farewell tour. We did a farewell tour 19 years ago. 19 years ago. We're 19 years older now, and we're doing it for very different reasons. When we did the first farewell tour, it was because we were miserable in the band, and we thought you had to put the horse down. The fact was, we needed to nurse it back and get rid of the things that were giving us the problem. We had a couple of members in the band at that point who had come back and really were no longer grateful or doing what they needed to or showing respect to either the band or the fans. So we decided, let's end it. But no sooner did we end it that people were saying, when are you going back out? So
so you end the whole thing and then they're like, no more?
So we went, wow, we can go back out. It's 19 years later. Tommy's been in the band 17 years. Eric's been in the band over 20 years. We get along great. We have a lot of fun. The band's never been better. Now's the time to go, look, we're not getting younger. If we were wearing T-shirts and jeans on stage, we could play into our 90s. But we can't continue doing it indefinitely. And while we're doing it great, let's do that victory lap and let people know it's more than a concert. A night where we can kind of say, wow, look what we did together.
Also, just thinking ahead here, You could come back
Here comes
and
the
go
jokes.
straight unplugged. No, not even. It's almost, I think, a great idea. Because you're right. Then you can come back in T-shirt and jeans and do unplugged tours, and it's hello to that.
On your show after your divorce or before?
Yeah. Divorce celebration.
I say, we'll do a post-divorce unplugged.
Well, Kiss has played weddings. We'll do a divorce. We'll play a divorce.
Weddings and divorce.
No, we'll call this one Unhitched.
Yes, that'll be great. You know what's crazy is in your farewell tour, I worked the one you're talking about 19 years ago. I worked concert security at it when I was 17 in Denver, Colorado. Yeah.
Did I keep telling you, turn around?
Yeah. I went, I'm sorry. They're
turn around.
Stand here. But I just had to stand in the hallway all weird. And you guys walked by and I didn't have the courage to say anything. I just stood there and they're like, cause the thing they told us, I was 17. They're like, you do not talk to the acts. The only act that ever talked to me was Kenny Rogers. Because I told his Escalade that he couldn't come in the back, and he just popped forward and goes, I'm Kenny Rogers. And it just scared the hell out of me. But you guys were so cool. Like, to watch you walk down the hall, I was like, this is awesome. And I didn't say anything, though, so now
how's the backstage experience changed through the years?
Well, the only drug that you can get backstage now is Advil.
Yes. That's keep those bones limber.
Yeah.
I get it.
It's, look, we've had some fabulous times, and now the most fabulous times are always on stage.
Yeah. And it's just like moms offering up their daughters to you, like sacrifices. Take her.
We don't go there anymore.
No, but it's nice to know it's still available, right?
Yes. It's like the buffet, but you go, no thank you.
Yeah. Eric, what do you think?
I don't get paid to think. I don't get paid to think. I get paid to play drums. I don't get paid to think.
No?
No.
You don't have any drumming ideas on this?
No.
All right, fair enough. Tommy, your thoughts?
Well, I was thinking, not only is this going to be the last chance for the Kiss Army, faithful, but it's also people that have never seen the band before get one last chance to come see Kiss. And there's some people out there, and this is a must-see. So this is their last chance to be able to do that. So you gotta come up and take advantage of that opportunity.
You're talking about the tour, and I thought he was asking about backstage. That's why I said
I'm
don't
going to
comment.
bring Christina. It'll be her first Kiss show, and she'll bring Coke.
Don't bring
like, if you guys want to spice up the backstage.
She tells you it's her first show.
And they walk out.
Yes, I've never seen this band before. Oh, hi, Tommy. How are you?
Yeah, Tommy! It's like the real...
She goes walking in, security goes, hi, Christine. How are you?
You ever get that birthmark removed? Ah, she's a good kid.
They go, oh, look who's back! Hey! And you're like, wait, I thought you said you never saw them before.
I know also you guys do a lot of stuff with the troops, the Army veterans and stuff, so you guys are, I know it's like a big, huge thing. You guys respect the shit out of them, and I know pay a lot of homage to the troops. Are you doing any special stuff, like salutes to the troops in this tour?
Look, we'll figure something out. We are really so staunch in our support of the military. The military, thank God, has saved this country and keeps us free, whereas politicians come and go. People sometimes confuse political views with the military. The military are the people who give you the opportunity to have a political view. And when those people return from serving, they get the short end of the stick. These are people who should be treated like heroes, be taken care of. Their family should be taken care of. Anytime that we can, either we've donated $1 from tickets in the past, or other times we have given away houses
to veterans' families.
Yeah, or we've done as much. We'll bring out honor guards on stage, color guards. We do. Oh my God, how horrible! We do the Pledge of Allegiance on stage because patriotism is cool. Loving your country is cool. You don't have to always agree with everything that's going on, but by God, remember that it's the military that makes it possible for you to agree or disagree, and they always deserve our respect.
Absolutely. That's me. Dan's a ISIS sympathizer.
That is not true. How dare you? KissOnline.com, KissOnline.com. And again, this is Aaron Thursday, so tickets going on sale to the general public tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. for Kiss's End of the Road tour, world tour. It's going around the world.
One of the first shows we ever did was right across the bridge in Queens in a place called Coventry. It was originally Popcorn. One of the first opening bands for us was ISIS. It was an all-girl group, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my sister, her dog, she had an Australian Shepherd for 15 years. Her dog's name was ISIS.
You see the connection?
Yeah.
And our old drummer his father used to deliver ISIS.
That's what you're saying. Follow the money trail.
God.
Follow the trail of dogs, dogs and girl bands, and you will find.
And you find the leader.
The guy's father literally used to deliver ice as
ice.
We're trying to infringe on your works.
We don't
you guys
care.
are funny.
Anyway,
You aren't the only funny guys. That's what we're trying to say.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm a joke.
I looked so serious when you said the hat and glasses really. He goes, "You're not always that funny."
We had a cup in his hand before.
Do you like his hat?
Yeah. I love the hat. I love the soda.
Eric throws that hat at you.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
I love the soda.
We love the soda. The root beer.
I've never seen it. Where do you get it?
7-Eleven.
They don't have it. They do not have it at 7-Elevens that I've gone to. I've asked for it.
Well,
they
you live in the
like
mountains.
They acted like I was speaking Chinese.
Eric, the cream soda's a motherfucker. I mean, I'm just speaking from the heart.
I'm a root beer guy, and it's legit.
But where'd you get it? Where did you?
We got it right from the man himself.
Well, there you go. I rest my case.
Not from me.
That's called bribery.
It's when the first time he came in and planted the seed of doubt in Christine's mind about me.
Paul, like I said, that's
been a long
bribery. Gene gave him some free soda, and then they're talking about it.
Yeah, he came in and peppered us, and then came back in and was like, "Hey,
have you seen it in a retail store? Yes or no?"
Yes.
No, I didn't ask you. I asked them.
I have not.
I rest my case.
What's your point here?
I can't find it anywhere.
Ari,
it only exists in your mind and in your house.
Well, that's possible too.
It
doesn't exist.
Only 4 bottles.
It's awfully good. It's awfully good, but it's only here on the table. Yeah.
Gene has a vending machine. He had some guy. Hey, can you paint my picture on the side?
It's at Wegmans, Tops, and 7-Elevens. Go find it.
Oh, man, absolutely great. Kiss, the End of the Road World Tour. 45 years. You guys are celebrating. Absolutely awesome to have you in here. Thank you so much for spending time with us, man. I can't wait. We're when you guys are in New York. We're coming.
We wish
you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish the fans could get a sense of how much fun this is. We've had such a ball. You can't imagine. And we're going to go and celebrate this one last time with the fans. Big time. The biggest party on earth. That's what we're going to do.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm coming with Bob and Lynn, so say hi to us.
That's for sure.
Bob yes, for bringing Christine.
Just don't say anything in the hallway.
Yeah.
No eye contact.
I'll be quiet and I'll look down just like I did at Fiddler's Green.
So awesome to hang out with you guys. Good luck on the tour and kick ass, man.
Can I point out you have something in your nose?
Yeah.
Fishing accident?
No, I'm just trying to stay young for this hot chick.
I've never heard that before.
That was a funny thing.
I liked it. I've never heard it.
Kiss, everybody.